Hey. Welcome everybody to another Glory Hunters watch along. Here with Glory Hunter Nick. How are you, Glory Hunter Nick? Long time no see.
I'm good.
I'm good. We're going to be watching the final MLS final. We have watched a few games. Sorry we didn't get to do the semifinals, which was pretty amazing. The winner of the league took on their local rival, the Columbus Crew, that being Cincinnati FC, and shockingly lost. I can't say as a Red Bulls fan that I didn't like seeing it after the way they behaved in the Red Bulls match. It was quite delighting. But this was not the match that was supposed to happen. Oh, it's raining out there, boy. Here's Carlos Vela getting poured on. The match was supposed to be Cincinnati, LA, and in Cincinnati. And for some reason, I mean, they were coach had a big decision to make to keep Lucio Acosta in, and he decided to stick with them in extra time because they needed the penalty shootout. Turned out to be a tremendous mistake. Acosta almost falls down with cramps, and that leads to a Columbus victory, and now they're facing LA. LA really disposed. There's really not much to say. They completely disposed of the very plucky Houston Dynamo. But here we are, a chance for Los Angeles to get a back-to-back ring, and to Columbus to kind of reestablish themselves. I don't know how much attention, I don't know how much you paid into this going in, but what are you looking to see tonight?
Well, I've not really followed MLS at all this season, so I don't really know too much coming into this. You're like the expert for this one.
I guess so. I told you before that last year's Philadelphia LAFC match is the second best match I ever seen, only to be outdone a month later in Qatar. I don't think I'm being an American soccer idiot when I say that the last World Cup might have been the greatest game ever played. Am I off on that? Would that be agreed with in England, or that I mean, if there's a match that, you know, your history probably goes back more than mine does, is there a match that beats that? I don't know, but.
Maybe, I don't know. It's one of those, you're always going to have loads of different opinions for the best game ever on you, but certainly in the combo, I was absolutely mental.
It at very least is in the combo, so I'm not sounding like totally ridiculous, but I would also attest, if that was the case, and I think Optimus would back me up, last year's Philadelphia LAFC was definitely in the if not one of the best matches it's definitely one of the best matches I've ever seen played. Of course, Gareth Bale comes in dramatically, and it was kind of a joke between me and Green Man. Green Man said he's going to bury it, and of course he did. To make sure they got to the shootout, LAFC in dramatic fashion goes over Philadelphia. Another really dramatic part of that is the keeper's name escapes me. He's actually back in net tonight. He's only been playing a couple months. He took a red card, probably a necessary red card, after a breakaway where LA could have really Philadelphia could have pretty much put the game away in the 80th minute, and he broke his leg taking that forward out. Got the red card on top of that, even though he broke his leg. And then Jack McCarthy comes in, becomes the hero, and wins it for LA in the shootout. So you have two really solid goaltenders. And strangely enough, Jack McCarthy was a Philadelphia product that they just had let go that season to be a part of LA to win the championship over Philadelphia. Philadelphia considered one of the best franchises, strongest franchises, best supported franchise in MLS. The only thing they haven't done is won the big one. They've won everything else but the big one. And here we are, an opportunity for a back-to-back. That's really, I think the last team to do it would be, oh shit, I guess I'm going to have to keep you over there. Swoopsie. Sorry about that. Can I do this then? Let me try something. Yes, I can. Excuse me. I was some streaming issues. The last team to do that would have been David Beckham's LA Galaxy, and I think before that, back-to-backs was Houston Dynamo. So yeah, we got some chance for some history to be made. All these later playoff matches, total sellouts. Great support. Columbus Crew, of course, an original, what they call a 96 team when the MLS started. Even though they really screwed up their logo. God, look at that thing with the C. Unbelievable. I don't know if you know this, but just a couple years ago, they tried to get rid of the name Crew. And
really?
The Columbus fan, yeah, because everything was, we got to be more like Europe. I think making tributes to Europe is fine. I don't care, but it was something. Columbus Crew was an established team. They were always a well-supported team, like right out the gate. They had the famous logo with the guys with the hard hat representing the working class. Do you remember that old logo, right? Where they had the guys with the three heart.
It used to be, it was mega popular on FIFA. It'd always be expensive to buy because everyone wanted it.
Everybody wanted it. Well, they thought that was embarrassing. They changed the logo to some yellow and black checkers, which is also really cool. That was fine. They sold the team after they won the championship. They put this ugly looking, looks like a esports team C in there. Took the name Crew out, just called it the Columbus FC or something. Fans had a fit. They added the 96. They had to settle. They added the 96, and they kept the team name. So it's tough that. The only team I don't care that changed their name was Kansas City, because they were called the Wiz, and then the Wizards, and now they're Kansas City FC, or the Sporting Kansas City, excuse me. I'm okay with that one, but I don't know. I just like, if all the we don't have the Metro Stars anymore. It's really just the Galaxy and the Crew with these original names that are left. So it would be interesting. I think for a classic MLS fan, you're rooting for the Crew. I don't think they have enough of. I really don't think they have much of a chance. They gave up way too many opportunities that Cincinnati, for some reason, wasn't able to convert on. I don't think with Denny Bouanga, the Golden Boot winner for the MLS this year, that is going to be a problem. I think LA will punish you. They have Chiellini in the back. He's playing like he's in his late 20s still. He played a full 90 minutes last week, which shocked the hell out of me. He's still a dangerous, and with leadership and respect alone, it's just there's too much firepower on this LA team. I don't see them. I don't see them winning. But I'm all for a good match. I don't really have my heart on anything. That's another thing. Hollinshead, you're right. You're right back, having a huge impact. Chiellini, Danny Borg on the left. Carlos Vela is no slouch. I think if he liked football a little more. Tillman, he's also the former Rangers Tillman. He's related to him, and he's a Bayern product. This team's stacked, absolutely stacked. Columbus didn't start making noise till the end of the season, and I think they're going to probably pay for that. Not really getting it together till the end tonight. I think this is where it all comes down to. And also, it's also important to note that these two teams have not met each other all season long. So this is almost like an old school American World Series where the teams only see each other for the first time in the final. So here we go. Anything else going on in football that we should be talking about on the other side of the pond before we can?
I mean, we could talk about Bayern Munich if you want.
I would love to talk about Bayern Munich, who got eliminated by a former rival, a third league rival of my team, Wehen Wiesbaden, Saarbrücken, which is really close to Ramstein. Just a month ago. This month, Saarbrücken decides to eliminate Frankfurt. Well, Frankfurt had had enough of that, and they decided to beat Bayern 5-1 for the favor. So we have two First League Bundesliga teams. One of them probably a Champions League contender, beaten by Saarbrücken, which is very close to Ramstein. This is definitely the best news, the best story in Germany. The Saarbrücken team. Although I have a little trouble rooting for them because they're kind of close to here and their fans are jerk offs. But they're pretty well supported team. They bring their little ultras and they make a lot of noise. So I guess I'm supposed to hate the small. I'm supposed to hate the bigger teams, I guess, like Schalke and Hamburg. But those fans, when they came to Wiesbaden, they were great. When Saarbrücken and those guys are a little the smaller working class towns are a little rougher. Yeah, they're a little tough. But
it's always hard not to root for the underdog, though, isn't it? Everyone loves an underdog story.
Yeah, they could. I wish it could have been us because we were so close. We were so close to tie. Well, not beating Leipzig, but at least going to extra time. And now, considering you have two big teams that are out. Also, Dortmund's out. They got beat by Stuttgart, and it's really just it should be a really good chance that Leipzig repeats this year for the Deutsche Pokal. They got a real clear road. All the big teams are gone. It's maybe hope they don't run into Saarbrücken. Leverkusen's still in it. They're having a hot season. I worry about them overachieving a little bit. I don't know because I had my heart set on Union Berlin, and I was told last year they're overachieving, and it certainly looks that way from this year's results. But yeah, if it comes down to it, I probably pull for Saarbrücken at the end. It's just the last game, I think one of the last winter games we played before going into the break was against Saarbrücken. So yeah, I guess it's just kind of weird seeing them knock off really the biggest club in my area, Frankfurt. And then one of the biggest clubs in the world. It's really is a hell of a story from a tiny town. It's a military town, just past Kaiserslautern, in between that and Rammstein. I wonder if we're gonna get the American show. This is the stuff that Optimus likes the most. Orson,
it's not for me.
Orson's in the chat. Oh, good to. Orson's in the hospital. Lots of love from. Over here to you, Orson. All the best.
So I think, I love an underdog, so I think I'll probably be pulling for
Columbus
today.
I just want a good game. I hate Ohio. That's what's tough for me. But I really think if Columbus is going to win this game, LA is going to have an off game that they take advantage of, which they're capable of doing. But if LA comes off the front foot, doesn't let off the gas, I don't think they have a chance in hell. They're just stacked. But football's a crazy thing. You can have third league teams beat first league teams, like we're just talking about. And this is the distance between Columbus and LA is nowhere near the same as Saarbrücken and Bayern. So. Yeah, I'm excited about it. This is I think it's just cool for MLS because this is one of the original teams. This is one of the most well-supported teams. And it's kind of a surprise MLS is even still here, much less being kind of a much more respected league than they were, I would say, even 10 years ago. Thanks to David Beckham. Got to give my man credit. I think David Beckham should be in the American Soccer Hall of Fame. For his impact on the sport. Yes, bringing Messi over, absolutely. He should have been in there yesterday. I don't think you necessarily have to be American to be put in the Hall of Fame. So yeah, I think David Beckham, absolutely. Yeah, he's. You can tell that he's really passionate. I don't know if he's passionate about American, but he's passionate about being successful, and he took a huge risk coming here. He took a lot of heat when he came here because he went on loan right away. That bothered a lot of Galaxy fans. I don't blame them. I think they were in the right back then. I can't imagine it was. I can't imagine it was too easy to bring Messi over here. We were talking just before that happened that he had a better chance of going to Barcelona or another team in Europe than Saudi. Then they were kind of last on the list, and Beckham helped pull that off. And I think also too, I think Messi felt like I don't think it was look, it was a money move, but I don't think it was just a money move. And if it was, I'd be a little surprised because I mean, I don't know, big athlete. Maybe it was a big risk. Maybe it was a money move. I think you have I probably looking at it like Beckham, that he has more of a chance to make long-term money with a franchise. So. Yeah. Well, I mean, when Beckham got his franchise, it was only worth about $20 million. It's worth a lot more than that now, and prior to Messi. So it could be a longer-term deal. He's getting a nice cut. I'm glad they pulled it off. 2 months from now, back in February, Messi will be back and in full swing. So, that's the good thing about football, I guess, for us. Bad thing for the players. There's really no off season. 2018.
Well, I think the fact that he turned down Saudi shows it was more than a money move, because Saudi Arabia would have paid him whatever to get.
Yeah, but that's one shot. That you get the billion and that's it. He has a chance to make billions. Yeah, it doesn't mean he will. So he's gambling a little bit. Like, I'll make a lot of money now, but I could make maybe a couple billion down the road. I think that's what he's looking at. And I also think, he has kids. He wants them speaking Spanish. Miami's a pretty good place to do that, And there's not as much pressure on MLS teams like there is in there's in England. Coaches don't get fired as quick as they do over in Europe. The Americans are just so happy to have you. The papers won't write anything bad about you like they will in England or Germany. It's going to be a lot less pressure. But God, look what Messi's done already. Winning that opening Leagues Cup was something special. What a way to introduce themselves. But no, next year, I think they'll be expected to win the league and fight with Cincinnati for that number one spot. At very least, I think they have to win the...
Surely they have to be easy favorites.
Favorites, I don't know. I don't know if they'd be favorites to win the league, but they'd probably be favorites to win the East. It's going to be interesting. And then, of course, with winning Leagues Cup, they're going to have a busy schedule next year. Inter Miami, they got Champions League, they got U.S. Open Cup, and Messi's going to be expected to win them all. And plus his first playoff. I don't know if they're going to keep the same system. Oh my God, it's Buster Douglas. But you know what Buster Douglas is?
Not a clue.
Buster Douglas is the man who beat Mike Tyson. And it's a shocking victory in 1990. Buster Douglas was considered to be, just one more Tyson victim. And he knocked him out. And it was probably one of the biggest upsets in sports history. Top five, I think. Yeah, there's all Busters.
And he's from Columbus.
I'm assuming he's from Columbus. I haven't seen. I wouldn't have recognized. That's not the man and he's moving slow like a lot of old fighters. That's a rough game, man. That boxing. What do you think of the cup? It's pretty wild looking.
It's all right.
Oh man,
what's it called? Who's it named after?
I don't think they named it after anybody. It's just the MLS
a name on there.
Yeah, not 100% sure.
See if I find out.
I was hoping they'd take what's his name for the head referee. Ooh, listen to those fans, man. It's Carlos Vega. Carlos Vega likes basketball more than he likes football. Did you ever hear his story?
No.
Yeah, Vela was considered a pretty good European prospect. He probably left MLS too soon. And the rumor is because he wanted to watch basketball. He's a huge NBA fan.
I was going to say, because it was a spot. I remember him at Sociedad in Spain, and he was like one of the best players on that team. Yeah. And it was sort of a surprise that he just vanished to America before he was even 30.
The rap on him is he grew up being a huge basketball fan. Unfortunately, he was born Mexican and wasn't born 6'5", and that's the sport he wanted. His father, who's a Mexican national, is the one that pushed him in. And one of the raps is on Carlos is he's a great player. and a playmaker, but he's as good as he wants to be. Welshly Arms. I don't even know what that is.
Not so clue.
I wish they did this in Europe, you know that?
What, played the national anthem?
Yeah, the American national anthem. No, I think they should. It's such a huge tradition.
They do it for international games.
Yeah, they do it for everything in the States. In fact, the Canadians do it as well.
I don't know if it's necessary.
Not necessary. It's not a question of necessary. It's a question of tradition.
I suppose, but
yeah,
I don't know. It's weird. It'd be weird if you had like 2 English teams, and so you just have one national anthem, but then next game you have a German and an English team.
There's plenty of guys from all over the world globe on both of these teams. In fairness, like Carlos is Mexican, although you couldn't tell by the way he talks. He sounds American as hell. All right, good game, fellas.
Is this Columbus's ground?
Yeah, it's Columbus's ground. They had the better record, slightly over. LA kind of played when they wanted to this year. Oh, they got the hard head, man. The great thing about MLS, and one of the things, it's and I know a lot of Englishmen see it's kind of as like kind of a fake passion and stuff like that, and I'm fine. They can think that all they want. But if you follow MLS, it's like following an indie rock band. It's your rock band, and you got your own history and your own unique stuff. And this Columbus team is definitely one of those teams that kind of sparks. If you're an old school MLS fan, I got to go in '96. I got to go to MetroStars games. They're the one. They were one of the big clubs.
So this final's kind of cool, where you've got the new and the old sort of, because LA are like one of the really new franchises versus against one of the
2018 versus 96. Yeah, one of the original franchises versus really the new face of the league, LA.
MLS Cup title. Didn't play in 2020. Came down with COVID 2 days before that game. Won it in 2018 with Atlanta.
I wonder why you're frozen.
Me?
Yeah, there. Now you unfroze. You unfreeze every so often. Oh, maybe you're just sitting still. No, you're not. You're definitely frozen. You're freezing on and off. It's all right. We only need your voice.
I just leave myself thinking, what if Darlington Nagbe never gave up on that U.S. men's national team career? Because him with Yunus Musa, Weston McKinney, Greg Berhalter's...
They have the first, what they call soccer-specific stadiums. And in their own club, their original stadium, and they have this thing, which is kind of looks like a European stadium to me.
Getting ready to start a second straight MLS Cup. LAFC goalkeeper Maxime Crepeau live on the pitch right now with Arcady with him.
Maxime, you have a chance to go back to back. What would it mean?
Maxime's the guy that he actually he's the one that broke his leg.
And he's back again.
He's back again.
Do you reckon he'll break his leg again today?
You got to respect the guy that's willing to break his leg to win a final. You know? Oh, Jesus. What are they giving him? Wonder if that'll be illegal one day. Yeah, they do that a lot. Yeah, they do smelling salts. I don't expect Columbus to show any fear, though. I just think they'll get beat because, as you guys it's such a weird thing. You guys say quality, and they have. It's just kind of a bizarre thing to say, but I understand what it means now. It basically means skill level. LA is definitely the better quality team, but there's no doubt in my mind that Columbus didn't come here to lose. They're not surprised to be here. They're ready to do it. It should be I wouldn't be surprised if it's a little chippy. Lucio Acosta's a home alone.
Both goalkeepers got to be massive tonight.
The last time a team got a ball past him, the 40th minute of match 1 in round 1, the Vancouver Whitecaps. Over 3.5
Yeah.
full matches without a goal against for LAFC
3.5 matches without a goal against. How about that?
20th MLS Cup.
Crazy.
Well, let's see if they
Hopefully
can
that doesn't continue.
let's. I don't know. I can't see Denny Bouanga allowing that to happen, but definitely the best striker in that plays in North America. Let's go get that scoreboard up there for you in a second. And here we go.
LAFC in the black and gold, the primary color being black. Columbus also call themselves the black and gold. Yellow on top. For the 2023 MLS Cup, an early foul. Jesus Murillo taking it for LAFC. Taylor, this is a matchup of contrasting styles. And speaking of heavyweight fights and buster downs,
So how many goals were in the last one?
I think it was 3-3, if I'm not mistaken.
33 and then penalties.
3 in penalties. Yeah.
Got a lot to live up to then.
I don't expect that game to be as. Like I said, I think that was. When I die, that'll be top 5, top 10. I can't imagine it being more than top 7. One of the best sporting events I've ever seen, in all sports.
I mean, it's not that common for a final to have be like that.
Yeah, I know.
So
and
I think
then
that's what helps push it up.
It's not that common for a final to look like it's over 3 different times either. You know,
Yeah.
all this stuff, all the scoring came in in the 70th minute and beyond, if I remember correctly. Look at this.
But the issue today is when they have the ball, their rest defense, are they in good spots? Morera and Amundsen, they're going to have their hands full against Carlos Vela and Denis Bouanga.
Denny Bull.
Did Bouanga win Golden Boot in the end?
Yes, Bonga did it. It was close with Mukhtar, but he managed to pull it out.
Who's the player took out for on Columbus?
What's that? Who's the player that what?
Who would you say is the player to look out for from Columbus today?
If I fucking let me get my sheet, and I put my magical football book in the other room, and I'll tell you in a second. I really do. Here we go. As far as quality is concerned, let me put down my notes. The Colombian Juan Hernandez, but I think he goes by Chicho or something like that. He's their center striker. He's definitely a guy to look out for. Columbus prides himself on defense and counterattacking. Yeah. There's really no other player that I'm super familiar with that scares me like Hernandez does.
Mm. So yeah, because he used to be at Watford and played like a couple seasons in Spain before he came over here.
So he's had some European experience. So he's I think he's considered what they call a DP. That's what we're like, because you only allowed to have a certain amount of foreign players.
Yeah.
Or at least players from Europe or something like that. One of the big things is, are they going to add a new DP? Or it's also called the David Beckham rule. Oh. I can't believe I didn't bring my magical football book out with me.
Your magical football book. What's in the magical football book other than MLS stats?
Okay. I have Foot Mob. I have every streamable service in here that I can watch on my. This is an iPad, obviously. I also have my Twitter done to just football stuff. Everything. The whole thing is 100% football related. I even have a coach's board.
Wow.
Yeah, I even have a coach's board that I went over with Tommy. Yeah. So it is the magical football book, as it's known around the house. I watch the other leagues. I have my favorites.
MLS and Bundesliga too.
Yeah, I and then Premier League, after that. But I don't have my heart set on any one team. A little bit Liverpool, because, and that has more to do with Jurgen. What? Oh, no. Sounds like a European crowd. Singing the whole time. And I think you'll see that from the beginning to the end.
And say there was someone in the Glory Hunters Discord, Gyro. He was at the last Columbus game, and he said he's gone to this one. He said the atmosphere at the last one was absolutely.
It was insane. No, it was. It was absolutely. That was one of the best games I've seen in MLS this year. The fact that they managed to come back and pull it out was a really, really, really great game. I hope it will be lucky if we get a game that good today. Yes, Cucho, that's right. Cucho is Juan Hernandez.
It's getting the crowd going already. 6 minutes in.
Yeah, this definitely has a final feel. I haven't really felt this until, Nashville, Miami. It's got that kind of vibe. There's a lot on the line for these guys. Some of these guys will never play in Europe. This is the biggest match they'll ever play in,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say this is an easy one to win. I mean, LA had to lose one to win two, or to win one, so.
And the thing is, with the league expanding and growing and stuff with Messi, it's going to look good on your CV down the line. The bigger the MLS gets, you can turn around and say, yeah, I'm an MLS champ.
Yeah, well, I want my team to win. LA's looking like they don't have their wits about them quite yet. And, boy, there's a lot of pressure coming from Columbus. A lot. I feel like they're feeling the fans.
A lot.
Not smooth, silky passes by Columbus by any stretch, but I don't think I'm crazy to say that LA looks out of sorts.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Columbus have really got the pressure on.
Don't know how that wasn't a foul on Hall.
It's like LA, they've barely even got out of their half so far.
Yeah, I know, they really haven't. What? Oh, no. No way. No. Good no call. I don't.
No, I'd want to say that again, to be honest. It looked soft, but there might have been something in that. So I think the last time I watched LA with you, they started quite slow, and it wasn't until like about 20 minutes in when they really kicked into gear, and then they ended up winning it.
Yeah, it's kind of their story. I don't like these pass choices. What I think you're going to do, boy, they're really on the front foot. It looks like what Columbus is going to do is just take a lot of chances. The problem is when they did take chances, there he is, 39 years old. Chiellini this time last year.
He'll ever retire.
I don't know. I thought it was last season, last year. He barely played. He was coming off an injury. He only got 2-3 minutes here and there. But that's not the case this season. If he wins another ring tonight, he was not on the bench this season, Giorgio. Looking to rewrite the history of the LAFC. Lots of space on the left side as Columbus moves in.
I can't believe there's that much.
Yeah.
Oh, fluff that up.
Yeah.
I can't believe there was that much space down the wing there.
Yeah, that was really wild.
Mm.
To relieve that pressure, but you've got to have an option. And if Carlos Vela's going to play as a false nine and not be an option with Belonga and Oliveira short, you've got to have the option to play direct if you're under pressure.
Ooh.
Columbus has put LAFC under pressure.
Tillman crashes into Yeboah off of Columbus. It's a throw for LAFC.
This is a different Tillman from the Rangers one, isn't it?
Yes, this is his brother. It's brother, but they're both Bayern products.
About the oldest player in MLS Cup history, Giorgio Chiellini. Aiden Morris is the youngest in 2020. 19 years, 27 days old when he started in that final because Darlington Nagbe missed it with COVID. Camacho called for the foul in midfield. LAFC go quick. Tillman over to Oliveira.
Oh yeah, did you see who won the Premier League Player of the Month on FIFA?
No, who's that?
You'll never guess who.
Who's that?
It was only Harry Maguire.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I know he'd been playing better. I guess he's adjusted to their system over there. But, you know, what a shock. He's playing well and they're not winning.
Oh, well, yeah. He won Player of the Month from 0 to hero.
Well, he kind of made me. I think the players are right. He's not fast. He needs to either adjust to the system. And any system where I think where the backs have to be a quicker. I don't think he is. But his defensive abilities, and even like he is dangerous, you know, on corner kicks and stuff like that. He's definitely a damn good player.
And so
Vela gets a touch. Vela drops back in the box. Hong's head. Tillman tries to work it in. Broken off.
Ooh, that's a bad putt.
Yeah.
Interesting choice.
Yeah, I wonder if he's trying to slow them down because they're just stat out of sorts, but that seemed like a strange... Wilfred Nancy was up for Coach of the Year, if I'm not mistaken. He probably just missed it because of Noonan in Cincinnati. That'd be the coach for... There you go. Ooh.
Yeah, Pat Noonan won it, yeah.
Yeah. Pat Noonan, former U.S. national. Ooh, nice. That was a little nifty. Ooh, nice play. Better touch. Better touch might have been a different result.
I like how Columbus are passing it around so far. I just like the way they're positioning themselves, you know? They always seem to have a triangle going or something. They look pretty good in possession.
It seems It seems I had it backwards. I guess, Columbus is going for it, and LA's letting them have the ball, looking to just do a counter-strike. They definitely have the players to do it.
Yeah, Crew with 66% possession so far.
Yeah, it's not what I expected. Hey there, Mr. Darcy. Rossi puts it in wide with the header. I don't know if LA wants to let them get this many chances, man. I mean, if I was going to put money down, I'd say Columbus is going to score the first goal.
It really looks like it.
In fact,
if you're Columbus, you really want a goal before LA get into gear. If you can get a goal, then you're really putting the pressure on LA there because they're not in shape yet. And then if they go a goal down, it's a mountain for them early on.
Well, you're not wrong. I think I'm going to put a bet in on Columbus for next goal.
I mean, looks good at the moment.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm going to put a whole... How much money do I have? I know I blew a lot of it already.
And anyone watching, as soon as he puts it on Columbus to score first, get on LA.
Oh, my login isn't in there.
Isn't it? Because LAFC came into the league playing the way Columbus Crew are today. Bob Bradley came into this league with LAFC, Carlos Vela, Diego Rossi. They were on the front foot. They put you under pressure.
It's nice from Diego Rossi there. But it's skill to get through.
Rossi's definitely one of the stars of the team, too.
Feels like he's been around a little while in the MLS.
Diego Rossi, not sure. I'm just getting back into this, but
so he's one of the names that I recognize as like a guy that whenever I check out the MLS, he seems to always be like one of the solid players around.
One of the guys around, yeah. I only have $11 in this sucker. I'm going to put 5 on it once, even though this thing runs ridiculously slow.
Oh, he has over 100 appearances for LAFC in the past.
Oh, really? Oh, what do we got there?
Why is Diego Rossi a better fit for this Columbus Crew team than Lucas Alvarado?
Because Diego Rossi with Cucho Hernandez is more lethal. Wilfred Nancy doesn't want players that are limited to one role. Lucas Zelarayan, one of the best players this league has seen.
That's another thing I didn't mention. Zelarayan ended up going to Europe. He was one of their stars throughout the season. They ended up losing him late in the season.
Weird that to be able to lose someone during the season. Like
Yeah, because when you have a summer seasons, that happens.
Yeah, that's true.
We have a different.
It's inconvenient.
Zelarayan is one that had that. I think it was farther back than Beckham. He had a half-field goal earlier. Probably one of the highlights of the season, as far as the goals are concerned.
Oh, he's gone to the Saudi League, of course.
Oh, Saudi. Oh, okay, I thought with Europe. Oh, there you go.
I mean, everyone's gone to Saudi.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's going
that
to Saudi.
Seems to be the safe bet. Someone's gone somewhere.
It's tough to blame these guys for trying to, taking that money.
100%. Because I can't imagine it's going to last. China did a similar thing. They started paying everyone crazy money. Now they're at a stage where they pay normal wages again.
Yeah, didn't work. I wonder if it's going to be the same thing.
I think the only way the Saudi League can succeed is if they're allowed into European competition.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Not anytime soon.
The only thing is, if they do, that means they have to abide by UEFA rules, which means they have to abide by
The money.
financial fair play,
Yeah.
which means they can't pay everyone crazy money anymore.
I don't think that's going to be a threat anytime soon. Rumors of the MLS All-Star team being against the Saudi All-Star team.
Messi versus Ronaldo.
Yeah, done and done. I put the bet in on Columbus to pop the first one.
Oh, where's my phone? I need to put LAFC to score next.
Okay.
Easy money.
Yeah. Would I bet on it? I don't know. You'll definitely
Always
get better.
goes the other way.
You'll definitely get better odds than I did.
Are Columbus favourites to score next?
Yeah, with this kind of control, how can you blame them?
Yeah,
Yeboah, first corner. Yeboah takes a shot, deflects off Hogshead, and here we have our first corner of the night.
Defending another corner, short to Matan, wasted by Columbus. When you say Ilie needs to separate, what advantages would that give LAFC?
Well, it just allows Tillman and Acosta to be more compact. They're playing between them. Nagby is turning around in the middle of the midfield with no pressure on him whatsoever because Tillman and Acosta are worried about Matan and Rossi and Morris. If Ilie Sanchez is 5 to 6 yards closer to those two,
sends it out for a throw. Both players thinking they were fouled.
Oh, and it's going to be a track meet all game long. Steven Moreira knows it. Wilfred Nancy tweaking it just a little bit, telling Steven Moreira, don't be as expansive and exuberant going forward. Keep in mind that the Golden Boot maybe being a little smarter with his positioning. 23 minutes in, it's been good so far.
They haven't been able to get Mwanga out of the space.
But then again, the Seattle Sounders stopped Denis Bouanga, and yep, in the blink of an eye, it was 1-0.
It only takes one chance. Yeboah for Columbus. Matan. Around Murillo. And then Tillman. Cucho is going to try it.
Cucho fires it just wide.
Still just Columbus.
Yeah.
Well, no, up to 20 minutes in, and LA still.
Is this part of LA's game plan? Or they trust? I mean, they do. They got a nice defense back there. Are they just? You know, are we playing Italian football here?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Because like Columbus are really putting on pressure early on, so maybe that really is the plan. Is just hold on for a bit, just absorb the pressure, and then hit them later on in the game. Do you reckon Chiellini plays all 90 today?
I think it probably depends on his vital signs and what they're reading. But he did play all 90 last time.
He's had a really good postseason. 4 goals in 5 matches for the crew.
Because he's the kind of experienced head you kind of want late in the game. But if he can't run, then it's going to be useless.
He still is. He's a big. Like I can't say like he's a really big part of this team.
I think that's the thing with defenders is they never lose it, like the mental side of the game.
I think the defending. I think being a defender is a more mental game. You don't need the athletic ability that you need in the midfield, of offensive midfield, than the strikers. So I think a lot of times they become better students of the game. I've noticed this in even a macro level with my son. Them training him to be a defender. They're not really telling the kids that have offensive talent too much. They're kind of letting them create. Whereas the defenders, they got to talk to them more. So I think in some ways they get better training about the game at large rather than positionally. By the way, I don't know if that's true or not. That's just my experience.
Well, I know, obviously defenders always play later into their careers than forward players, and that's probably part of it. Is because there's
also defenders tend to be coaches more often too.
Yeah, I think the best coaches seem to be midfielders though.
Yeah, they know both ends.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Play creators and play breakers. I am shocked that they must be allowing them to have the ball this much. This must be the game plan. Now, I mean, look, LA's always been a quick striking team, but not this much. They rely on their speed up front.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it is just the long game.
Yeah.
They're playing in second half.
Let them run.
Tired legs are there.
Let them run out.
Yeah.
Ugh. Jeez. Fire just wide.
Ooh. Well, because you said in the last final, most of the goals came after the 70th minute, right?
Yes, if I remember correctly, I think it went that way. It's been a whole year.
Yeah, so maybe that's sort of come into LA's thinking. Is they're like, look, last year all the goals sort of came later in the game. Maybe they want to be fresher for later in the game because of that, because they know, look, we want to be the more solid side come the crucial stages of the game.
Could be. Friggin' AC Milan lost.
There's a lot of space out wide.
Oh, big nutmeg right in the box, but wasn't able to control it. Holy God.
That was nice.
If you could have just
defender did well to come across.
Look at this. Look at this. Oh,
lovely.
Oh, man, that's one of the best defenders in the game. That's one of the best defenders in MLS.
Left on his knee. Nothing he can do there. Columbus again with the ball.
Yeah, I know.
Feels like relentless.
Also, but it does feel like when they get close to the 18-yard line, like they're that the passing sloppy when they get farther down the field.
And so they're dominating the midfield game. It's just they can't quite find it up top.
It's that final pass. No, maybe they got it this time. Here it is. Big stop.
Defender gets across well.
Yeah, but it's all about spacing and coming from different angles. Cucho Hernandez comes inside, ball's played wide.
It's lovely.
So Palacios is worried about naturally Diego Rossi in front of him, but Farsi's in behind. Big time tackle from Jesus Maria.
Ugh. Not getting much out of these set pieces that they had.
And so, yeah, both corners have been rubbish.
Yeah. It's one thing to lose possession. It's another thing not to put any pressure. Here it is. We're gonna give and go, or we're gonna Chiellini.
Chiellini steps in.
It feels like LA's on a permanent penalty kill in a hockey game. You know, it's like they're killing penalties.
Yeah, it does feel like they're playing the safe game because they're a man down.
And they have the defenders to do it.
Yeah.
In the box, nobody home. Oh, they want a handball, and I think they're going to get it. He goes right. Here it is.
Penalty.
Absolutely. The referee didn't.
Money.
Yep. Yeah. Don't say anything. I wasn't going to say anything. Thank you. Yep.
Oh, yep. That's definitely handball on LA.
Yeah.
This is the type of moment why VAR is needed, because immediately nope, that hit the right arm of Diego Palacios, but I think the first look we gave you on the slow-mo, I actually think it hits the right chest bone of Diego Palacios, then the right hand.
It did look like it hit the chest or the shoulder first. The video assistant referee today
Onto the hand from the chest.
Yeah.
He's pointing to the spot though.
He pointed to the spot immediately when he saw it.
And it seems like VAR has agreed.
Yeah.
Penalty.
It wasn't a natural position. His hands were up, but I mean, it was in a natural position if you're doing a chest. You know, I mean, you hold your arms back and yeah. I mean, I don't really like the way they decide handballs, but so be it. Those are the rules.
Yeah, rules are the rules.
Yeah, right now.
There's always been an issue with handball rules. It's just so hard to define
what's a handball,
what you allow and what you don't. At the end of the day, it's always subjective, isn't it?
Oftentimes, it's 3 steps with real. But he is 10 for 10.
Ucho Hernandez stepping up.
perfect this year from this spot. Against Maxime Greco,
Hernandez scores.
Backs it away, easy. Bottom corner.
Give me my money.
1-0 to the Crew.
Well earned with that possession time. One of the biggest problems with letting the other team have the ball. You got it right there. An unforeseen handball. I mean, like, you can't blame your defender on that. Nothing happened on that play that LA did other than allowing the pressure on them.
That's the risk you run if you're going to play a defensive, safer game.
Yeah.
You always run the risk that one small mistake in the box can completely ruin your plan, and then you're in a position where you have to step out now. LA can't carry on playing the way they were because they have to take it to Columbus now because they're losing.
His 24th goal in all competitions in 2023. Columbus Crew have their star, and they have their lead here at home in MLS Cup.
The old lead the new in the MLS final.
There you go.
the first goal of this MLS Cup, the first goal the Columbus Crew have ever scored against LAFC. 3 previous meetings, all won by LAFC.
Oh, jeez.
All clean sheets.
Whew.
Wow.
A shutout streak for LAFC is 350.
I think it's quite cool that they haven't played each other yet
Yeah, it's kind of
this
neat.
season. Because it's not like you have a previous game to look at, oh, okay, they did this, so we want to set up like this or anything like that. This is just straight up. They have to play the way they want.
Well, this is what I tell people
Nothing to go off.
when you get American sort of a soccer snobs that wanted everything to be like Europe. I say no. I like league diversity. There's diversity all around Europe, but the Big Five tend to be similar. But the other smaller leagues like the Belgiums in the world, they have different types of playoff systems. The Scottish certainly do as well. I like the fact that I like a playoff. I think it's a better. I mean, you criticize. I don't know if the best out of 3 in the first round was such a good idea after seeing it. I would rather see a best out of 3 final. I think that would be much more interesting. Yeah.
Well, so it's something I really enjoy watching the NBA is the fact that it's a series rather than just a one-off. Like, it's different to what I'm used to here in Europe, and also it's cool because you can see kind of cool comebacks where a team maybe starts poorly in the series and then pulls it back in the second half or something like that. It's nice to have variation in the sport.
Rain's coming down.
LAFC to respond. Hollingshead tried to get it into Vela. It was broken up well by a sliding Aiden Morris. What's that conversation on the LAFC bench?
Now, the conversation is we've got to get to halftime. We've got to regroup. The floodgates have opened here with the weather and the rain. The floodgates feel like have opened for Columbus because LAFC now have to be a little bit more expansive. But I think Steve Jerome.
Germany about to go into their month break. You don't do that over in England, do you?
Yeah, the winter break.
Yeah, we have a winter break over
Not
here.
really, no.
Yeah.
I'm saying we've got football all over the Christmas period.
Yeah, you don't get snow like we do though. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
Well, not where I live. Actually, I live in the least snowiest place in the country. But you go down to Munich, you go up to Hamburg, you got snow, man. Right now, it's snowy.
Also, yeah, we get snow maybe for like a couple of days a year in like January usually. Yeah, it's never really an issue. And so, yeah, because Chelsea's game got rescheduled, so now they play on Boxing Day. So we've got games on the 22nd, 23rd.
It's going in! It's 2-0 Columbus!
Out of nowhere, Columbus have just made it 2-0. Wow.
Columbus lightly tapping the triangle, and it found the player. LA has to be just mollywopped right now.
I'd say the reigning champs, and they're really not putting up a good title defense here.
I don't know if I like their game plan or if they just got caught off guard.
Yeah, I don't know. We're just assuming it's their game plan. It could just be that they're just not up to it today.
Oh, look at that pass.
That is beautiful ball. Beautiful.
Yeboah just cuts into the right. Like they were of one mind.
I'd say Yeboah's had Hollingshead all
day, and Hollingshead, one of the more annoying defenders in the league. Tough building to play in, I guess. Philip F. Andrews Trophy, that's what it's called. I don't know the fuck I have no idea.
I noticed it when they were showing it. It had a name engraved.
Oof. LA comes right back, but now's as good a time as any.
I'd say if I'm LA, I really want a goal before half time. So you get a goal before half time, it completely swings the momentum going into the second half.
I will say
it's only a one goal.
I will say this: if there's anybody that can drop 2 goals and come back, it's LA.
Were they behind against Philadelphia, or was it Philadelphia?
Yeah, I want to say they were behind. They were behind at one point because remember what's his name had to tie it up. I don't know if they gave up the first goal though.
I just hope Columbus don't take their foot off the gas here.
Ooh. Hollingshead, ooh, having a rough day at the office.
That's not a good shot. But yeah, I hope they don't slow down now because they're like, oh, we're 2 goals up, we got to be a bit more safe. I hope Columbus
That is
still
just-
stay on it.
Some messy shit right there, man. Your Bowie finishes with his left as well.
MLS Cup in 2021 with New York City FC, but Wilfred Nancy saw players and said, if I tweak their position,
Also, this is more than deserved for Columbus.
Yeah, absolutely.
Half superior team so far.
more than once.
Robinson is a left back by trade, more of a left wing back type player. On the other side, Steven Herrera, he's a right
Croupeau hasn't even had a chance to break his leg.
playing at left wing back. That is Wilfred Nancy.
Well, that could have been the moment there with the goal. 1-on-1.
Yeah, let's clothesline him.
Principles. He has passed them on to this team. They have bought in. And they are 5 minutes away from a commanding 2-0 lead at halftime of MLS Cup. Farsi again coming back to take it away from behind.
LAFC scored 85 goals in 2019. Columbus have scored 82 in 2023.
They're just passing it around so well so far.
Yeah, really.
Increase as well over the next hour.
It's understated. Too often at times, around the world, global football has turned into how can you squeeze so much out of players using athleticism, using counter pressing, using the ability to absorb pressure. Columbus is the other way. Pressure is going to be our way. We want the ball on the ground. We want the ball at our feet. We're going to put real pressure on you because we're going for it every single time.
It's all about being uncomfortable. They use that word so frequently. Wilfred Nancy does, his players do. Wilfred Nancy wants his players to force themselves to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, but you also have to allow players to
Ooh.
make mistakes.
Tillman with a tough foul.
Allow players to grow into it. Darlington Nagbe talked about it. Patrick Schulte made mistakes early on in his career. Wilfred Nancy was his first cheerleader. To be bold and brash and to be aggressive, you got to make mistakes. You got to allow players to learn.
So the pundits were talking a lot of praise for Nagbe before the game, and I can see why. He's been fantastic in the middle there. They've absolutely played him off the park in midfield.
Columbus have done so in 2023.
You mentioned Patrick
Jesus.
Columbus's 22-year-old goalkeeper on the ball right now. It was a mistake in last year's MLS Next Pro Cup. It showed Wilfred Nancy that Patrick Schulte at this young age could be his starter. Tried to move, he lost the ball. And that, ironically, maybe not intuitively, was the moment that Wilfred Nancy said, yeah, this guy can do it for us. He won the starting job.
Definitely change the game plan here. Out of necessity, we're seeing a lot more control.
But it is Columbus that have put their opponents, LAFC, in the uncomfortable position of trailing 2-0.
Opportunity. Bawanga tries to break in. He's unable to do it.
The legs of Amundsen, who broke it up.
They're just getting nothing up that end.
No. This is quite a performance by Columbus. What I do worry about them, can they keep their foot in the gas this long? And I saw what happened with the Cincinnati. You know, that really the MVP of the league could barely walk by extra time.
Costa gets a handball off of Morris, who disagrees with the call.
Well, Steve Cherundolo and his staff have been sitting down looking at the book, and it makes you wonder if Aaron Long comes on, do you go to a 3-4-3? Why do I say that? At times when you're struggling in the game and understanding spacing and feeling like you're overwhelmed by choosing that position, the best move is to say, just go man to man. Because they don't have a 9 coming off the bench. That's been good enough.
Yeah, I'll say Carlos. Uh-oh. Opportunity for Carlos!
By Nagbe, Acosta was ambitious. Murillo's had
Ugh. And pulled out.
Cucho off and running. Schulte, quick to
Oh, no. Cucho! What's he gonna do with it? And draw, goddamn corner kick. If there was ever a time not to touch the ball, that was it. I wonder if he did it on purpose. Cucho, heads up play.
The Columbus crew.
Up 2-0 in the 45th minute. Hold your horses. Relax. No, sir. No chance. Patrick Schulte with the dive.
This is not a team that I feared during the season either.
Into the run of Kucherov.
Not really.
Columbus.
No, not at all.
Carlos Vela.
Too erratic.
1,000 plus in this building wearing yellow for the Columbus crew. They have been entertained in this first half.
Like better than mediocre. But I never got the sense that they could be domineering. A little more so when Zelarayan was there, but they were kind of up and down with Zelarayan.
Oh,
Rossi off and running. Another corner.
They do, and I wonder if they said there's only 2% chance of a corner kick going in, 5% chance of even making a play on net. But I think every football fan knows the more corners you get, one of them's going in. You know, the short corners.
wow.
Optimus hates it. I hate it too. It seems like a wasted opportunity.
I don't know. It depends.
This, I mean,
There's,
maybe they're just trying to get through the half here. I don't know.
it looks like Columbus are definitely doing that now. They're just
Yeah.
like, they don't want to risk a counter attack. So they're just playing it safe from these, getting to the half 2-0 up by the looks of things. But there's a team in the lower leagues in England at the moment, Notts County. They've used they're really big on short corners and they're doing really well with them.
Really? Don't
Yeah.
tell Optimus that.
I was always one where I never really understood it, but their Notts County seem to have sort of figured it out. Like they're the only team in the league that do short corners, and yet they're getting the most goals from corners in the league. So maybe they're good if you do them right.
I suppose. Maybe it's kind of an uncharted territory.
The Columbus crew dropped 22 points from winning positions.
I mean, in theory, short corners give you better odds because you're closer to the and you also have an option to pass in the middle. But they seem to get broken up so easily.
I think it's one of those where when a short corner doesn't work out, it looks a lot worse than if you've just hit it into the box. And
You look like a
they hit it out.
genius. You look like a damn genius if you pull it out, though.
Yeah.
I like them as curveballs once in a while.
And so I feel like if you do them every time, the other team's just gonna
Yeah.
like just send someone over to stop it,
Yeah.
and then you're just gonna be shut down.
Chiellini over to Hollingshead. Maybe one more push forward for LAFC before halftime. Bawanga does well. Away from your
It's nice.
Ooh. Oliveira cuts it over, and it's just wide. Oh.
That was close, man.
Oh,
I want
boy.
to see that again.
Ew.
It
Corner.
really looked like he was going in for a second. Then.
Yeah, it did.
They scored more goals than anyone in MLS off of corners. Columbus struggle in these moments. It was the first thing
More goals than any other team in MLS on the corners.
got to be good. Set piece
Nobody had more than LAFC. Not
Now's the
surprising
moment
with their
to make
quality. Yeah.
score one.
Good delivery. The yellow wall takes it out anyway. Oh, but they're
It's not over
just
yet.
the edge of the box, but it looks like that's it.
It is now.
Oh, it's a hell of a first half.
2-0 half time. Gotta be over the moon if you're a Columbus fan right now.
How much? I think the question is now is how much did they exert themselves being on the front foot the whole time? I wouldn't even say they were on the front foot. The pedal was to the metal the whole time. I mean, and I've seen this happen. I saw it happen last night with Wiesbaden. Just a total Jurgen Klopp gegenpress, give up 3 goals in the second half. You do have to manage energy, and it's not like a video game where you can see your life bar.
Yeah, I think if I'm Columbus, I think I'd come out a bit slower and safer for the start of the second half.
Sure.
And then maybe like 65, 70th minute, then turn it back on again.
Whew. Insane.
Sort of let LA get a feel for the second half, and then you start hitting them again.
Good stuff today. Oh, man. Premier League scores. Liverpool over Crystal Palace 2-1. Burnley and Brighton, they decided to tie it up 1-1. Man United crushed by Bournemouth 3-0. Sheffield United 1-0 over Brentford. Wolves tied up with Nottingham. And Aston Villa, that's probably the upset of the day, over Arsenal. 1-0.
Yeah.
Some funny stuff in the Bundesliga. 5-1 Frankfurt over Bayern. 5-1. Frankfurt quite upset about losing to Saarbrücken. Heidenheim FC 3-2 over the really terrible Darmstadt. Union Berlin with a goal from Benedikt Hollenbach in the 50th minute. His first one for Union. 3-1 over Mönchengladbach. Bremen 2-0 over Augsburg. Wolfsburg, big goose egg to Freiburg's one single goal. Dortmund, they're having a rough go of it. Eliminated earlier in the Deutsche Pokal. A little bit of a big game. RB Leipzig 3-2 over BVB. Whew, those are the big ones. What else we got to talk about? LA, the Italian League really spreads their game out over Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They don't really have that big Saturday afternoon. There's only 3 games played in Serie A. Hellas of Verona, they're tied with Lazio 1-1. Lazio in first place still? Where's the table up there? No, Lazio, not Lazio. I was thinking of well, maybe they were they in there for a while, or they blew it? Actually, Inter's in first right now.
Lazio were up there last season, but not this season.
That was it. Lazio, yeah, that's right. There, I'm all right. I try to. Not my strength, that league. It's obviously not Atlanta. Atalanta for 3-2 over AC Milan, and Inter 4-0 over. This is why I don't do Italian games. Udinese, whatever that is.
Udinese.
I'm just gonna go teams that I think are important. Rangers get a 3-1 victory over Dundee.
Obviously, Dundee being the important team there.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh man. And those are really the big ones I see. We got a game against St. Pauli next week.
League leaders on?
Yeah.
Or did they drop out?
I don't know. I think they were leading for a while. Check it out. Yeah, no, they're still up. Wow, and they got a nice lead. Holstein Kiel is in second place in the second Bundesliga with 29 points to St. Pauli's 32.
Hamburg lost again.
Hamburg's look. I was impressed when we played them.
Did you see the own goal they scored against St. Pauli the other day?
No, I didn't. I didn't get to go.
It was peak comedy.
Oh, really?
Hilarious. One of the defenders passes it back to the goalkeeper, who goes to kick it out sideways and just kicks it. It goes up into his own goal.
Oh, Jesus Christ! You should send me that one.
In the derby against their rivals, and Hamburg was second, St. Pauli were top at the time.
They need to switch to a 3-4-3 for me. Bring on another center back, Aaron Long. Chiellini drop into that middle spot where he can read the game. Then you just go man to man. You match things.
Let's go. I'm kind of wondering what's going on in France these days. Yeah, PSG is pretty much running away with it.
No one's surprised.
Marseille's having a rough COVID. They're in 8th place, only 20 points.
Well, they're not the biggest story in Liga, though. Have you seen where Lyon are currently? 7-time Liga champions, Lyon are bottom of the table.
Dead last. Jeez.
Crazy what's going on there at the moment.
I'll say. Seems like
every two managers. One of the managers got hit in the face with a rock not too long ago. He just lost his job.
Oh, Jesus. For getting hit with a rock?
For losing games, I think.
Oh,
I think he got hit in the face with a rock for losing games. So,
well, there you go. Oh, there you go. Oh, man. Time to get something to drink. I think I'm going to have a beer.
Audi will contribute $2,000 to support MLS academies and goals to drive progress initiative. Stick around, we got much more coming right up. The first 45 minutes in the books. The Columbus Crew, a dominating performance from start to finish. Currently 2-0 over LAFC, condemning the in the right comeback in the second.
Gonna miss that MLS music. That's kind of my weekend music. I wonder what they're gonna charge next year too.
Oh, it's definitely going up because of Messi.
It's only about $60 this year. Completely reasonable, if you ask me.
Tickets went up like crazy for when Messi joined, so I'd assume.
Well, some of that, I don't think they raised the rates. I think that's what they were going for resale. So I'm sure the ticket rate will go up in Miami, but I think you're mostly hearing about resale in that situation.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But I know. I don't know if you saw what Rosie put in the chat. She was looking at a bundle Philadelphia was selling for the games over the over December, and it was like a certain price for the games unless they got into Miami. Then that wasn't. Yeah, it didn't count.
Seems shitty. But that's definitely the hottest ticket. I mean, look, that's going to be one of the hottest tickets in sports. It was during the Leagues Cup. I don't think that's going to change. I mean, you're seeing the kids in Europe. I don't know the same way in England, but God, all the kids are having pink Messi jerseys. They're all over the place.
I've seen more kids in Messi into Miami shirts here in Braintree than I've seen kids wearing Braintree shirts. Makes me so angry.
Really?
Yeah. Hate it.
Did you guys play? You played tomorrow?
Braintree. I'm not sure, to be fair. I haven't checked.
I usually have. What was it yesterday? You guys play yesterday? No. I have you favorited on my thing tomorrow. I don't think you're playing favorite. No.
Let's have that.
I wish I could get a package for Liga MX. They're coming up to their final. You know that? Liga MX, yeah.
Who's doing well there? Or
I can tell you right now. You remember they play two separate. They have a very strange system over there.
One title and then the second for the first half, and then the second half.
Yeah, but the second, they're two separate seasons though. That's what most people don't realize. It's not like, they take a break and everything, but it's two separate seasons.
Our 2023 Audi Goals Drive Progress Impact Award winner for his continued work.
Weird that.
Check the head on that, baby.
Does that mean you could be like champion for the first one and then just like
be champion again for the second one? Yes, you can. It's kind of weird, but I mean, I think you get to go to Champions League either way. I'd love to have a league on Mecky's head. All right, let me see. Check their knockout stages.
Has an MLS team won the Champions League?
Yes, just the Sounders did it. I think they were the first team to ever do it. Just last year, the year before. Not Lyon won this year, so.
Because I think Lyon beat LAFC, right?
LAFC, they got Lyon, BLFC for the championship, yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember us doing that one.
Yeah, I think we did.
And it was kind of like this, come to think of it. It felt like Leon were the only
sluggish.
team that showed up for that game.
It's funny because, I mean, the way they played against Dynamo, they were just dominating the entire game. And to come out like this, sort of like they did, I kind of forgot about, how disappointed we were with their performance in the Champions League. And it was kind of leading up into that Lyon game. They don't really look like they're that into it. It's in a way, a continental award, with all those, Mexicans and CONCACAF teams, these are a little more football hungry countries. It's in a way, it's a lot harder accomplishment than to win the MLS Cup or win the MLS as a league.
Well, yeah, in Europe, it's usually considered, like the Champions League is usually considered the hardest thing to win in Europe. Obviously, you're playing the best teams over the continent.
Yeah, it's continental. It's to be the same thing same thing over there. Although the CONCACAF Champions League is not. It's called Champions Cup again. It's not the same thing, but still, I mean, it's a lot of good Mexican teams. You can get a team out of Honduras that can upset you for sure. Liga Mexico. They play. Yeah, they did. They play a 17-game season. Club America finished up first. Not a shock there. And the way I understand it, the first through fourth, they kind of get a bye round, where the other 5 to 10 teams play each other in elimination matches until the point where they're able to play the top 4. That's the way I understand it for knockouts. Right now they're in the semifinal. Oof.
Oh yes, tonight Club America plays San Luis.
Yeah.
It is 5-0 on aggregate to Club America.
Oh really? Oh jeez.
Yeah.
I want to watch that game.
Tigres versus Pumas is 1-0.
1-0.
So that one's closer.
Let's see. I think they're team 3 and 4, if I'm not mistaken. But they have essentially a playoff system, and they used to have relegation up until COVID. I think that might bring it back. The Mexican, they called it Mexican Premier League when I was a kid. Now it's Liga MX. Yeah, that game goes on 3-0. Oh, 5-0 aggregate. Jesus.
I wonder if San Luis can pull it back.
Club America was definitely the most impressive talent-wise team, or quality, as you folks say, that I saw in Leagues Cup for sure. I really don't know what kept them from coming up short.
They've got ex-LA Galaxy midfielder Jonathan Dos Santos.
Ohio, the 2023 MLS Cup has the home team, the Columbus Crew, up 2-0 entering the second half. This is
the supporter cam.
Somewhere on the Hotels.com app, a tifo from the one and only, they say, the original black and gold, the original MLS club, and they put a black and gold.
Black and yellow. LAFC's black and gold.
I was thinking when they first said it, like at the start of the game, I was like, it's generous to put it in gold. It's not gold.
No.
Just sounds fancier though.
Yeah, they're rich. They are kind. They used to call them the black and gold back in the day.
Was this guy the coach last year as well?
Yes, he was. Yes, he sure was. Steve Cherundolo.
Can Costello and LAFC find a way back into this match? The defending MLS Cup champs, they did come back last year at home at BMO Stadium. This will be a different task against Patrick Schulte and the Columbus Crew. The second half of MLS Cup is
Here we go. We are ready to rock, as they say in the business.
I'm LAFC here. I think you really need to come firing out of the gates here. Go straight at Columbus early on. Don't give them a chance to settle and just try and get a goal really quick.
Yeah. Very clear that if they were trying a counterattack style, it didn't work. Oh, just Chiellini comes up with a ball. Just when you think he couldn't either.
Looked like it was getting past him there. But you don't get past Chiellini that easily.
We know you're not going to change. He will never compromise. Is there a point, though, in a final where you do try to lock it in?
Boy.
We're not there yet.
And I think Columbus got to stay with what you're doing. You get the third goal, you put this game away.
Maybe it's here. Cucho running a Chiellini.
Cucho fires on net. Big rebound given up by the goalie. Jesus, LA. Oh my God. They're going to end it right here? I think they might. Oh. Jesus. Rossi with the absolute necessary tackle. Pass just deflected over to Chiellini and let him clear it. Ugh. Oh, he's risky when... I don't know why. Why did the keeper decide to fist that sucker? That does not seem like
knock that down so you can grab it.
If you're gonna fist it, you gotta put it in front of the net, push it to the left or the right. I'm sorry, that ball is catchable to me.
What I obviously I'm not a keeper, but what I would have done is look to sort of like knock it down onto the ground so you can sort of make it more manageable to catch it.
That's That's risky. I did play a little goal. That's risky, but I was always taught if you're gonna fist it, if you're gonna push it away, if you don't think you can handle it, you go left and right. You never go center.
Yeah.
Although you punch left, you punch right.
My thing is because obviously no attackers were near. He would have had the time.
Well, they're turning this into a set piece. Vela puts it in the corner. Oh.
Just too many Columbus defenders.
Yeah,
there.
well.
No space to work in.
Oof.
Oh.
Oh, gee, Yaboa just made a beautiful move. Beautiful. What? Oh,
Yaboa! Oh, he's been special this game.
Yaboa almost had a highlight. Hernandez went down in a screen from a tackle from Vela.
Yellow to Vea.
I think Hernandez was selling it a bit.
Oh,
you could hear him scream, but it did look like a tough tackle either way. And he holds. Yeah, he's selling it.
He's playing it.
Yeah.
There's no way that really hurt. It's definitely a foul yellow, but that from Yaboa bouncing through the defense there.
We'll also talk about that incredible header right here with confidence to knock it away.
Crucial with Rossi there coming in. Guaranteed goal if he doesn't get his head there.
Made it look easy, actually. That's a lot of pressure.
Yaboa, though. He's been fantastic.
Frightening. Corner. They're going to the traditional corner here. LA's able to deal with it. Not cleared yet. Columbus recovers. Yeah.
They just have so much time on the ball.
Yeah. Hollingshead's usually a rock for these guys. I hope you don't. It's really strange to see. He's having a tough game.
Probably doesn't help. He's up against Yeboah, who's been brilliant.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's easy to look worse when you've got a defender who's an attacker, sorry, who's playing that well. So the score's 2-0 Columbus, and yet it's still Columbus who seem to be having the way better chances.
I feel like
and you think LA really need to be doing this.
They're playing like they're down 2-0.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a cross opportunity. Woo!
I'll tell you what, he's been good this game. Murillo and the defense for LA.
I don't really. I think the defense for LA, and it's tough to say when you've given up 2 goals. I think they've been quite good overall. I think they were beat with superior play, certainly not mistakes.
Yeah, definitely. Like I'd say Murillo and Chiellini, both the centre backs, have had good games. But yeah, just obviously the penalty isn't really on them.
Really, the problem's in the midfield. They can't get the forwards the ball.
Yeah. I'm saying they're getting absolutely dominated in the middle of the park. Every time they get the ball, they seem to lose it, and then Columbus just pass it around them. They get to the defence way too easily.
They've had 2 half chances with a little bit of a better ball. They're into this game.
So it feels like the only time LA get the ball is when Chiellini or Murillo wins it for them from the attackers. They're not winning it higher up at all.
No, not at all. The LA midfield's been invisible. Well, Tillman picks up a yellow.
It's just silly yellow card to give away.
Oof.
You get nothing from that, apart from the yellow.
No. Oh, here's an opportunity. They're deep in the box and draw a corner.
Murillo stepping in again.
Murillo looks frustrated. He's having a damn good game.
I'll say he's given his all for this. I can see why he's so annoyed. He's certainly done his job.
Mm.
Man, I'd love to be in that Columbus crowd right now.
Looks like
this
fun.
Must be like so good.
Yeah. They love the crew. They always have. They always supported the crew really well. Even in the darkest of MLS years, crew fans are always there. You know, it's not exactly the soccer capital of the United States, you know. But for some reason, they really took to it.
Aim shot. Easy for the keeper.
Oh, no. Here it is.
Oh, wow.
What a tackle from
behind! What a challenge. Oh, my.
Oh, we're offside.
So, yeah. I had a feeling it was coming, but even still. That challenge was world class.
Jesus. Yeah, Miles. It doesn't get clean. It doesn't get cleaner than that.
And say to have to recover, run back, and get it completely clean like that, even if it's offside, that is top.
It
Top
shows you how focused they are too. They're not looking for flags; they're looking to tackle.
Yeah.
That sent the Columbus Crew up 2-0 in the halftime of this MLS Cup.
Couldn't be easy playing there. I mean, it's more like, you know, it's more like Liverpool out there than Columbus, Ohio. I mean, these fans haven't stopped.
Can he and LAFC find a way back, or will it be the Columbus Crew on the front foot from the opening whistle?
I'd say it's a good advert for what the MLS can be with crowds like this. You know, the team playing so well.
Yeah.
Gets it out from underneath his feet. Now this is Cucho. Mario defending, does enough.
Mario again.
It's Columbus with an opportunity. Oh, Chiellini. Moreno and Chiellini just a rock. If they get back into this game, they deserve the MVP.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, if they weren't losing, I could easily...
big shot goal by Carlos Vela.
Yeah, as I was saying, if they weren't losing now, I could easily have put them as the man of the match this so far. Like, either of them. They've been brilliant, but Columbus have just been better.
It's a difficult strike.
On his weak foot as well.
Yeah.
Shot on target tonight for LAFC.
And I came into this saying Carlos Vela is going to have to do something if LAFC want to repeat as MLS Cup champions. Hasn't scored in his last 15 appearances, and on the road, the last goal or assist he had was July 16th.
Wow.
LAFC has a throw.
It's a long, long season, boy.
They just have found no attacking rhythm, LAFC tonight.
I came into this season saying Steve Cherundolo and LAFC, their top 11 is going to be more dynamic and explosive, but they're not going to be as deep as last season. It's exactly what it is.
If they don't win today, there's no trophies at all this year for LAFC.
Very little coming off the bench. Columbus Crew have the
Which is a bit of a disappointment considering they're the reigning champs.
Yeah.
Mario Gonzalez has really hurt this team.
Another awkward challenge.
Well, they've been disappointing today, to be fair.
Villarreal surrounded.
Can we look at a red card here? It looks like my spikes came up on that.
Not sure.
What's the? It's the history of the Tottenham. They want a red card from Tillman.
I'd say it would be a second yellow, but
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
I don't know. I wouldn't
He's
give him a
falling
card for
down.
that.
You think it'll ruin the game like that?
And say, if anything, Rossi's the one who stepped into him.
Why there wasn't a yellow given.
Looked a lot more awkward than dangerous.
Yeah, his brother was Hollowbock's buddy in camp in Bayern. His brother.
Oh, they're bringing him
Yeah.
off.
Oh, really?
They're
not
not
taking any
risking that.
chance. Yeah.
Leeds Academy graduate Bogish comes on.
The Englishman.
He's Polish.
He's Polish.
But he
Okay.
came through at Leeds.
Yeah, Leeds.
I'm saying because a guy I used to work with, big Leeds fan, used to really like him.
A little bit more. The problem is Tillman was on a yellow. That late challenge there. Columbus saying it should have been a second yellow. Almost forced the hand of Cherundolo to get Tillman off the field.
Bogusz to Bowanga.
Oh, Bouanga with some nutmeg. There's just too many defenders to deal with, though.
Yeah. And so Columbus just set up well there defensively.
Rare moment tonight for LAFC to try to build in possession.
They just look so uncomfortable.
They do.
It's unlike anything you've seen from LAFC in their time.
Why do you think it is?
And so it's really hard to see LA getting anything here.
Yeah,
In all honesty.
really.
Foul, set piece for LAFC.
Mm.
To Malte Amundsen, the first one to a crew player today.
Well, Amundsen coming off that back line, feeling like he had the body in position between Vela and the ball.
Ref's calling a good game, says TK in the chat. Yeah, I agree. I suppose he could have gave that red card, but I mean, I don't even think it was a foul. It's like he looks like he
Yeah,
got stepped
I
into
wouldn't
and
have
fell
done
and fell.
Yes, it gives LAFC a set piece, but more so
I'd say I'd say it would have been extremely harsh if he gave a yellow to him, like a second yellow.
I don't have a single problem with any single call by the ref. I don't think we've even thought to complain about him once.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, nothing to complain about.
Ooh, Bouanga goes a little high. Oh. Every time I see that, I know it sounds so stupid, such a fan thing. I always say to myself, just let the ball come down a little further. Just a little further, but you don't got that much time. You know?
Yeah, I was gonna say
You don't even
so
think.
hard.
You don't think about it. You just get your foot on it. You know, as best you can.
he does exactly what he has to do, knock it down.
Especially because you don't know whether a defender's gonna steal it from you. Or
Yeah, you know. No, the shot was the play there for sure.
For Denis Bouanga.
Jesus, stripped away. Columbus with possession.
Columbus coming back.
not. It's happened so many times this game.
This midfield's been tough. Chiellini gets his old ass in front of the goal to cut it off.
Morris,
He's all over the field.
he's a good player, huh?
The technique is one thing, and the ability to facilitate with
A hell of a season he's had this year. I hate to see him retire on this.
those counter-pressing moments that he's on.
He's going to play until he's 40 or what? We'll see.
And so, is there any talk of him retiring yet?
No, haven't heard a thing. But, I mean, guy like him, you don't know. He could retire in the next... He could retire. He could announce retirement in the next hour. You know, realistically.
And so, especially when he's not been playing full 90s all season, you never know how his body's feeling.
No.
Approach, but just before that free kick, Ante Razov was off his seat for LAFC. He got the attention of Diego Palacios. He said, "Look for those runs in."
But he's clearly still good enough to keep going because he's been good in this game, despite the scoreline. If he retires, it won't be for lack of ability anymore.
And I get it, you haven't really done it, but there were times this year, you and I did the games where LAFC talked about playing three in the back and having the ability when they need to chase games to do so. I think you got to release Palacios a little bit more. Remember last year, he's one of the best attacking left backs in the league.
Problem playing three in the back, man. I mean...
Going forward, it helps Bologna.
I mean, the way the midfield's been,
It's been too
I could turn into an odd man situation really easy. I mean, it's already happening with four in the back. What's three in the back going to look like? You know, I mean,
I was say because Columbus are playing a three at the back, so they've got a
Yeah.
two-man midfield, and yet they're dominating the midfield
yeah,
with a man less.
exactly. I don't know, going, you know,
Just speaking to the Columbus Crew owners last night, T. Haslam, I said, "What's your favorite part about it?" She goes, "It's my favorite. We're entertaining, but I also need to take my times every second half because who knows what's going to happen."
Over with the Columbus Crew. Either way.
How does LA get back into this?
Oliveira draws the foul.
Bit of luck. I think that's all they need. A mistake at the back from Columbus, maybe.
Yeah.
A lucky bounce or something. All it takes is a goal like that quick, and then
Yeah,
all of a sudden
you're a different game.
you've got the momentum. Yeah, then you can push on.
Tries to help it on to Bawanga. Herrera has got in trouble, but Bawanga went through his back. It wasn't
So, well, you saw it in the Chelsea-Arsenal game. Chelsea, for 70-odd minutes, completely dominated, 2-0 up, easy. Keeper makes one bad pass to an Arsenal player who capitalises on it, and all of a sudden ends 2-2. So I think that's honestly the only way it's going to work here for LA is just luck, really.
Yeah. You also make your own luck too. A little better passing, a little more pressure, some more contributions from the midfield. You're better. You're better. Your odds go up if something lucky happening. I mean, look at the handball situation with Columbus. It was really through pressure alone.
Yeah, exactly. You need to put the pressure on them because once they're under pressure, maybe they panic a little more or something. They have less time to do things. It's a lot easier to force a mistake out of something like that.
LA takes down Rossi.
But these continuous fouls from LA, this is exactly what Columbus is going to want.
Sure.
Just slows everything down. They get in. That means they can always stay in a defensive shape. Make sure that they don't concede.
Game in Leagues Cup late July against Club America that convinced Wilfred Nancy they've got a shot at winning the entire thing.
That one loss, by the way, they were up 2 goals against Orlando. It was 3-1. Orlando scored 3 late, including at the very end, to win 4-3. Ilie into the book.
There's a guy that's been awful quiet today. Is Ilie? I haven't seen really anything from him.
Seen him give away a few fouls.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Chasing him around with the ball at his feet. But what I'm talking about is change the system. Drop Ilie Sanchez into a third center back. Allow Hollingshead and Palacios to play more as wing backs. Bogusz and Acosta hold the ground. It's just, you got to go for it at some point. Because what the system has done in the first half, and quite frankly in 68 minutes, it hasn't been enough.
Ilie has played as a center back before in emergency situations with LAFC for the whole 2021 season, his last one for Sporting Kansas City.
I don't feel the goal. They're not knocking on the door at all.
No. If anything, it feels like Columbus is going to score the next goal if there's going to be one.
I agree. Should I bet on that? I think
it ended 2-0.
I'm thinking 3-1.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe late in the game when LA have to throw everything forward.
I'll still be up if I lose the bet.
Still under pressure from Denis Bawanga and wins a throw.
Well, the thing I was most curious about coming into this game, would there be any little tweaks from Wilfred Nancy showing that Denis
Actually, the odds are worse, are better for LA. No, in other words, the odds are less for LA to score next. Right now, incredible.
holding his ground? I compared him to Kyle Walker because out and out he's a right back. But this year, Wilfred Nancy said he's similar to Kyle Walker because his pace and recovery, his quality
I'm putting 5 on it.
the midfield. But
I'm putting my money on Columbus.
3 in the back, and I want to
I think I'm going to wrap this fucker up any second.
through the middle in overload in possession.
Yeah, I could see it.
Right guy and
Especially as I say,
deal.
as the game gets later, the more LA have to push forward for a goal, the more space they're going to end up leaving.
Begins at 3 p.m. on MLS.
Yeah,
Columbus to steal a third.
I got him going up 3-0.
12 overall pick in the first round by the Columbus Crew, Patrick Schulte, starting his MLS career.
He's begging for that. No way, that's a foul.
Costa sprays it over to Oliveira. Finally some space for LAFC. Oliveira drives it in. Amundsen the first to it.
Well, that's a beautiful takedown.
Forward but gives it away. Ilie to Bogusz.
Look how far they're bringing up the backs. There you go. Bouanga. Whoa, right through the mouth of the goal. Bouanga with a beautiful pass.
They just put out there. Anything on it could have been a goal there.
Yeah, that had just as good a chance. It's a good pass. That's just as good a chance of being an own goal. Woo. Wait, he got nutmeg on the goalie. Oh. It was really a shot on goal rather than a pass. No, it was a shot. It was a shot, and he actually hit it. He just couldn't. Oh, the angle wasn't right.
First right thing they've done all game.
No, Bouanga saw the goalie's legs open up, and he put it. He thought it was his best chance.
So that was good from Bouanga. Where's that been all game?
Yeah. Well, he hasn't had the ball. In fairness to him, I can't blame Bouanga.
In general, like, LA have needed all game. Have needed stuff like that to be happening, and they've done nothing like it. I'm saying when you have such dangerous attacking players like Vela and Bouanga, you got to use them.
Cucho with a shot on net wide.
Maybe that's LA's out. You just start hitting the ball up to Bouanga and just let him do his thing.
Palacios coming forward. Bouanga trying to test Patrick Schulte. It's right at the Columbus Crew goalkeeper.
I said earlier LAFC missed on Mario Gonzalez, didn't I?
Yep.
The three subs coming in, Krastov, Ordaz, and Palencia.
Tells you something, doesn't it? What does it tell you?
It tells you that LAFC season rested so much on that signing and his ability to score goals. And Steve Cherundolo on that staff gave him a ton of opportunities. He just didn't take them.
Mario's going to continue forward. This is
Oh my! Oh
my!
my!
It's a goal! He got the rebound off the goal. He went incredible. They're back in LA.
No, did you see who made that run there for the assist?
Oh God, I should have took that LA.
But did you see who got the assist there on that? Marino. The centre back. He took the centre back to say, do you know what? I'm fed up with my job at the back. I'm going to do the job up there.
Unbelievable. All right, with that, I'm going to get my money back. I'm saying LA's tying now. I changed my mind. You let me cash out? Sure.
See, you just need to put the pressure on there, and then Murillo steps forward, plays it through to Bouanga. That was a really good save there. I feel bad for the keeper, to be fair. He's done really well to stop that, but yeah. It just pounces on that rebound. And just like that, LA are back.
They are back and ready.
Bouanga matches his teammate Carlos Vela as you see a look at the LAFC watch party at BMO Stadium in Los Angeles. They feel hope now, thanks to the Golden Boot winner Denis Bouanga. And Pat Patrick Schulte remains down. He made that initial save with his face and stayed down immediately. And the Columbus Crew athletic training staff and the venue's medical doctor checking on Patrick Schulte right now.
Patrick Schulte down, keeper for. See this again. Oh, good strike, boom, hit him in the head, and then he got the rebound off of Schulte, and then was just able to get it in. Schulte almost made the second save. Ooh, it looks like the shot really hit him in the chin. He didn't know where he was. Ugh.
He almost gets across. The defender almost stops it as well.
Not only is it 2-1, but if Patrick Schulte cannot continue for a team that loses leads, real nervy moments for the final 20 minutes of this one.
Looks like we got a football game here, huh?
Seems to be a theme with MLS finals. Keepers
Yeah,
coming
getting
off
hurt.
injured.
2 years in a row, yeah.
Patrick Schulte cannot continue. After that goal, LAFC made just one change. Philip Krastev on for Kellen Acosta. They were
He looks all right.
Nathan Ordaz and Sergi Palencia were with Krastev in front of the fourth official as the goal was scored. Steve Cherundolo chooses to pull back two of those changes and only bring on Krastev as they continue to check on Patrick Schulte. There's the 22-year-old Bulgarian Philip.
Getting the Patrick Schulte chant going in there.
Just 9 games in the regular season. This is his first appearance in the postseason.
In the Eastern Conference Finals, the 75th
He seems to be good to carry on.
Yes, it was.
What I tell you in the open, put your seatbelts on. This is going to be one hell of a round.
It's never over with the Columbus Crew or LAFC. Patrick Schulte
Oh, he's going.
is trying to get this record crowd at Lower.com Field back on their feet. But will the Crew be rattled by LAFC's first blow of this heavyweight fight? Denny Bouanga.
Well, MLS final really disappoints.
2-1 here we go in the 2000.
So game on.
Yeah. At least
Taking
15
LA
minutes
70
left.
odd minutes to turn up, but they're finally here.
The one team that probably could pull this off. Because they do have the quality. Midfield get their act together. We're looking at extra time. Bouanga. Look at bad communication.
Wilfred Nancy continues to tell his players to calm down. You can see a moment ago on the bottom of your
For any of you people in Europe, they're like, yeah, I'd like to get MLS, but how do I do it? The games are on so late. Well, me and my son have a tradition. Unless the games are on Saturday, you get up Sunday morning. If you're somebody like me who gets up Sunday morning, or, Cucho with a big opportunity. Pick a team, get up in the morning, watch them, and then also watch MLS wrap-up, and it wraps up the whole league every week. It's kind of a tradition. It's the way I can't watch all these games living in Germany, but it's the best way to follow it. Get the package.
Do they give you the full games on replay?
Yes.
Or is
They
it
give-
just the highlights you
No,
watch?
they get. Oh no, we watch full game. I get up on Sunday morning with my son. We usually watch the Red Bulls. We're probably gonna be watching a little more Messi next year, obviously, but and that's how we do it. That's how I pay attention to it. It's the first thing you do Sunday morning. Especially if you're one of those people that wake up Sunday morning. You stay away from social media. Walk downstairs, grab a coffee, put on the game. It is a bit of a pain in the ass with the interface. I'm hoping they change that next year. You have to do this thing like where you hold down on the button to get the option. It's like an unlock. Otherwise, it's just
That's
the highlights. Yeah, it is kind of weird. I'm hoping they get rid of that. Just give you a very simple option.
Down in the box. Still a man down in the box.
Bouanga now for LAFC. Big switch towards Vela. Amundsen there, but he gives it to LAFC.
Denny Bouanga.
I think it's Yeboah who was down in the box up the other end.
Says a lot for Denny Bouanga. You know, he has to show something, and he does.
Hmm. What happened?
There's a little bit of a grab there.
Enough for you?
Don't really get to see anything there.
I mean, based on how VAR has gone throughout the entire season.
It's been down for a while though.
Yes. Looks like we're gonna have lots of extra time.
I feel like in a cup final, that one's not going to go for a second look.
Kevin Stott, the video assistant referee, checked it as he does every potential match-changing moment. Concluded no clear and obvious error not to give a penalty. But Yeboah does remain down. We're going to have a lot of stoppage time in this 2023 MLS Cup.
Chiellini given the history of the Tottenham. Ooh, boy, is that a penalty?
Little grab there.
I think VAR have said it, they don't think it's anything.
Says Kevin Stott, the video assistant referee.
Yeah, well, there you go. VR did take a look.
Yeboah winces as he's escorted off the pitch.
Doesn't look like he'll carry on, surely. He's down for a while though and he's limping off.
Big loss. That's not the guy you want to lose going into the 80th minute.
Hmm.
I think we're looking at seven minutes plus of injury time, the way I've seen it.
But there's been a fair amount of stops in the second half.
Sure. Hey, listen, we're going to pop in the regular chat and hang out with you. Hopefully, some of you guys say hello after the match. That looked like a foul to me from LA. They let it slide. Now you're starting to see Columbus look a little frustrated. Their defenders are yelling at everybody. That's a huge loss. Yeboah is out.
Yeah, Yeboah's
Yeboah is out. Jeez.
So he's had a fantastic game. It's a big loss. And Nagby, the captain, comes off too. Probably the right choice. Last like 10 minutes or so, he started to give the ball away a bit. He's probably losing his legs. It's late in the game.
There's a big
They've
YouTube.
had really good games.
Optimus, big YouTuber I know, million sub YouTuber. He's a huge Columbus Crew fan.
Oh, that
sub to Optimus. Yeah. Oh no! This guy's a million sub YouTuber. LaRusso's about 20 or 30K. No, this guy's he's a big time gaming YouTuber, yeah, and a commentator. Thanks so much for the sub.
Yeah, fair. Can't just hold on to a man like that.
Just does all the little things extremely well. Why Wolf Fernandes calls him the best modern forward in this league.
The German Gressel.
Cucho's coming out too, so there it's a defensive game now. All the quality is on the bench. Wow, why do I think LA's got a shot now?
Christian Ramirez comes on for Cucho Hernandez.
How many coaches at home in the 85th minute in a cup final up 2-1 makes 2 changes to score the 3rd goal versus
I mean, if you're Columbus and you concede now, you've lost some of your firepower there. You've lost Cucho, you've lost Yeboah, and you've lost Nagby, 3 of your best players.
And there's anywhere from 7 minutes plus injury time coming. There's a lot of injury time coming in this game. It's the 85th minute, really. It really is more like the 80th minute now.
Yeah. So they really can't afford to concede, because if they do,
they do.
LA have all of their players on the pitch.
All their quality players, all their big strikers. They still have Vela. They still have Denny, Bouanga.
there's going to be a ton of extra time. Remember the head injury to Patrick Schulte. As Gonzalez and Valencia will come in for LAFC here.
This is the 3rd and final substitution window for Steve Cherundolo tonight. As the rain picks up at lower.com field.
Ilya Sanchez, not a good game there.
Palacios has been alright. Both of them yellow carded though, coming off there. So I'm sure that's probably come into the thing.
Yeah.
Valencia, the 27-year-old, came up at La Masia, Barcelona's famous academy. Baton getting around Hollingshead.
Corner? No. Goal kick.
Let's go down to the pitch. Katie with him with more on the changes from Wilfred Nancy and Columbus.
Well, Christian Ramirez and Julian Gressel, these are new roles for these guys, and they're helping each other learn how to evolve and be their best versions of themselves on the field. Christian Ramirez joked, I trick myself into thinking I'm starting no matter what. It's been an adjustment. We focus on how can we best influence the game.
Baton is onside.
But here's an opportunity. Boy,
he's
shanked it. Shanked the ball.
Terrible.
Huge opportunity to at least get a shot on goal. I don't know if a goal was a guarantee there, but definitely a shot on goal was a necessity. And he was looking downfield before he received the pass. I wonder if that had something to do with it. Turned his head, and the ball's bouncing as it is. And he it hits it. God, it hit his
standing foot. Yeah, didn't even kick it. Really.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the tired legs coming in.
LAFC will send their center backs forward for this set piece. Vela goes on the ground to Krastev. Back to Vela. Now he floats it in. Mario
That's nice.
Oh.
Cellini was there, but Schulte first to it, and the outside flag comes up anyway.
Jesus Louises.
He's really not happy there. That was a really nice cross, though.
I'm looking at the commercial that we're doing for Local Podcast.
Yeah. When does it come out?
Tomorrow. Look, the commercial I did for Meta PCs. I'm checking it out right now.
Don't you worry, little Tommy C. Keemstar's gonna get you a Meta PC.
Oh, wow! Meta PCs!
25 trophies, and this is his 18th.
Are you kidding me?
I wish Keemstar was my dad.
Get out of here! Go mow the lawn! Go clean your room! Clean your room! Mow the lawn!
Look here,
listen, if you want the very best in gaming PCs today, well, let's be honest, there's only one place to go, and that would be Meta PCs. Customizable PCs that you can do right on their website, metapcs.com, as well as ready-to-ship, ready-to-go PCs, all some of the best you can find.
GameStar's gonna get you a Meta PC.
That would be Meta PCs.
Columbus lead 2-1.
Oof.
Molina, the final change of the night for the crew. It's their fifth. Ramirez tugged down by Valencia.
Yep, you called it. 7 minutes added on.
Yeah, 7 minutes, right on the money. No bet for that. I have to let the message. Hey, Connor, I want to do quick cuts. The first scene, Meta PC, and then it's you do the first. You know what? I'll try to give you a call before I go to bed tonight. Actually, what I was thinking is first scene, Keemstar. Then you say Meta, oh my God, Meta PCs. Then the B-roll footage, and after the B-roll footage, then you put in the final thing where he beats me and I yell at him. That's the order I was thinking in. But I'll try to give you a call afterwards.
Nancy still wants them to be aggressive and pressure Crepeau. Crepeau sends it forward.
Oh, jeez.
Oliveira couldn't take advantage.
7 minutes.
Amundsen into space. The flag is down for
Oh, no. They're onside.
to ice MLS Cup.
Hey, is that a penalty? That might be. Nothing. They look like body checks. There could have been 2 penalties on that.
Yeah, I really thought the first one was. Defender looked like he went straight into the back of it.
Oh, Jesus. Now, they're definitely calling on that one. Well, I don't know what's going on there. I want to see that again.
It's really heating up.
I'm watching the MLS final. I got to talk to a few people after that, and I'll give you a call, and we can go over it if that's what you want to do. I only think it'd be like 5 minutes. It'd be really easy.
Again to the back post. Vela floats it. It's a goal kick. Aiden Morris was the Columbus player shown a moment ago for Duluth.
Oh, and by the way, unless this thing goes to overtime, it's we're about 4 minutes from it being over. So give me about 30 minutes. I'll let you know if it goes to overtime.
Columbus for this match. Steve Cherundolo. 4 minutes away.
I feel like LA's going to score. I really do.
I don't think they're going to do it, you know.
I do. I think they're going to score. I feel it.
MLS Cup winning situation.
In fact, I'm going to bet on it.
8.5 minutes away from
I reckon Columbus hold on.
All Los Angeles. 4th goal. Good odds. I think they're going to do it. $5. Bets placed. I get $50 if I hit this one. You know that?
Be a nice win.
Yeah.
I like LA's odds if they do score, but I think Columbus is going to do this.
No. I just doesn't feel like it's over for some reason.
It's going to be a very tense 3 minutes.
I think something's going to happen and we're going extra time.
If there is a team that will have faith until the end, it would be LAFC. Last year, MLS Cup, Gareth Bale at the very, very death, sending it to penalties. Is there a similar
No other way for Gareth Bale to go out.
LAFC in 2023?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had money on Philly and
He ruined it for you.
Well, Green Man comes out with absolute confidence, saying, "Oh, you're screwed now," and it was in extra time too that they brought him out. He was not in good shape at that point. I mean, he was in a lot of pain, from what I understand. Oh boy, here we go. Denny, is that going to be a corner? No. Nope, he gets the throw in. No way, he didn't touch. He didn't touch. He didn't touch.
He touched that.
No, he didn't.
The ball changed directions in the last second.
Ugh.
Touched it.
Oh boy, Columbus. That's not a foul. Come on.
Oof.
Clears. We got a minute to go.
Out.
By the way, the odds are the same. 11 points, $50 on 5. If you hit it. Bawanga. That might have been it right there.
Oh, this is great from Columbus. Play it out wide. Just play slow in the corner.
Yeah. That's what he's doing.
Yeah. Columbus in the corner.
Yeah. Jesus.
And it's a corner for the Crew. I'm telling you, I reckon they do it.
Yeah, I guess I'm losing that $5.
They're going to play this short. They're going to play it in the corner.
Oh, of course they are.
Safe.
Yeah, of course they are. They earned this. This is a well-earned victory. A hell of a way to knock off the champions.
So, yeah.
Uh-oh, LA comes up with it. They're going to last chance.
It's not over.
Deflected. I knew that was coming. That's it.
And it's all over.
Unbelievable.
Well
earned. Well earned. Great game.
They played fantastic.
That's the big one. I mean, U.S. Open Cup, winning the league, even Champions League. If you're an American soccer guy, this is the one you want. And Columbus is your MLS champions. Put that third star on there. Some idiot from the stands. Who's that guy, trainer? No, it's just some idiot that ran on the field. Wilfred Nancy in the running for Coach of the Year. He really showed himself to be a great coach today, though.
Yeah, he definitely won that battle. They had the better game plan from the first minute.
Yeah, really. Well, I did tell you this. They weren't going to get they weren't going to be holy crap. It's Dennis Bouanga. They were going to be holy crap. It's Chiellini. That was not going to phase them. I knew that. You know, they didn't back into the playoffs. They're a solid team all year. I never found them very threatening. Just turned it on at the end of the season in the playoffs. And really,
when it mattered, really.
Yeah, really. And they beat the MLS Supporter Shield winner. I mean, they could have. This is no easy victory.
So they knock out Cincinnati and now beat LA. The best teams in the league. There.
Best teams in the league and the current champion.
And it's got to be special to do that in your own ground.
Oh God, yeah.
Most people there are going to be Crew fans.
And I tell you something, if I had to make a criticism, this is probably the result of the LA not winning the West like they were expected to. Nobody really saw St. Louis coming this year. I don't know how you could have, considering they were an expansion team.
Brand new team.
Yeah, brand new team. They ended up winning the West. That was supposed to be their spot. They were the ones who were supposed to be vying for the Supporters Shield, and they didn't do it, and it probably came to really bite them in the ass. Wilfred Nancy talks about making things uncomfortable. This is like being in a European stadium in a championship game. that could not have been a comfortable place to play, and LA looked uncomfortable all match. Even the goal they scored was uncomfortable.
I'll say, yeah, like, you've got to think the atmosphere must have played into, like, because they were defensive, they felt a bit scared, they weren't comfortable on the ball at all, and that's definitely got to be a factor in it, right? Because they're in a hostile ground.
Yeah. And this is a real crowd. This isn't the sort of the fake support or the fake passion. This is a '96 team. This is a team that's been well supported from the onset. This is the first team with a Soccer Pacific Stadium. This is the second biggest supporters club in the entire league. LA's a new team, and they've been really successful in a short period of time. But they may have underestimated the quality of this team. I know a lot of teams did during pretty much the entire season.
The idea is to have a clear vision and create connection with people, but also as a team. And listen.
Go celebrate.
Yeah, get him out of there. Let him be with his boys.
Process. They talk about a style of play, and players needed to buy in from the beginning and build to the end of the season. It doesn't always happen.
I got my money's worth this season for sure, especially with Messi coming. I wasn't real happy about paying for MLS on top of DAZN, on top of WOW or Sky, on top of my local, because I get third league games. But I got to be honest with you, they gave me a great season. Messi coming over to Leagues Cup, the whole nine. It was definitely if there was an investment in fun, it paid off. Not as good as the game last year, but definitely never boring. Never a boring game.
So yeah, it was good. And Columbus really came out. I think that's what was entertaining about it, was we got to see Columbus play really well there. And then things really heated up in the second half there.
Exactly.
When LA needed the goal. And then they got the goal, and it was just pressure on pressure for the rest of that game. Pretty good. But the better team won in the end.
Tonight, Audi of America sports marketing lead Adam Perez will award the MLS Cup 2023 Most Valuable Player Trophy presented by Audi to Cucho Hernandez. Please welcome Cucho to the stage. Congratulations, Cucho Hernandez, on a great game and for winning the MLS Cup MVP.
Is that MVP for the final or MVP for the playoffs?
That's for the playoffs. Lucio Acosta was the MVP for the league.
Yeah.
Opened the scoring for Columbus 4 minutes later. The crew made it 2-0. They were all over LAFC from the beginning. This is the moment of the match presented by J.C. Penney. It was a wonderful second goal for the Columbus.
One of the best passes.
Oh, it was.
There it
It was
is.
a lovely goal. That pass is fantastic. And it's a tidy finish.
With the left leg. Boom. Carpo did a good job of getting in front of it and cutting off the angle the best he could.
What a goal. It's so appropriate, isn't it, that game-winning goal is a converted outside back playing center back and a converted winger playing winger back for Wilfred Nancy in the Columbus crew.
Yeah, it's about the principles of how the game is. He doesn't want to put square pegs in round holes. He believes his system allows players to flourish more. So it's more square pegs in square holes that at times can be moved around on the field. You see it time and time again with center backs playing outside back. But the one caveat.
I don't think they should ever got rid of those hard hats. That was such a cool, unique logo. You know?
MLS Cups.
I liked it.
MLS had
It's
a
got
lot.
personality to it.
I got to be honest with you, like, MLS probably leads the world in football fashion because, like, they come out with a uniform, and it pretty much is copied. I noticed the Celtic jersey that I bought in Glasgow. It's got the same sort of current design as the MLS jersey. It seems like it comes out in MLS and everybody kind of like does their version of it in Europe afterwards. And a lot of it's because we can experiment and stuff because we don't have the history, and you don't want to experiment too much, I guess, with like a Liverpool or Chelsea jersey, considering the teams are so old.
Well, they do with Chelsea ones because they're always shit.
Yeah. We got that reflective, I don't know, girls' notebook thing badge this year. I don't know. Yeah. That's also a big tradition, too, to have the baseball hats after the game. And in all American sports, football, hockey, certainly baseball, and you always get the championship baseball hat. And that'll sell like hotcakes. Jeez. So actually, I don't know. Here's what we'll do. I guess we'll say we'll say hi to Rosie and the crew. We'll end it right here. MLS is your champion. Or, excuse me, it's MLS. Of course, they're always the champions. Columbus Crew is your champions. A fine game. Big effort. I would like to see a little more from LA, but what are you going to do? You know what I mean? Good game. Nothing could really top last year, but it never boring. Anything else to say before we close it?
No, I think that's it. Columbus were great. Deserved. Good game.
I think that's pretty much all you can say. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Take care.